Oh no. Anyways, 2x doesn't work because we need a 9x here, so I think it's 4x and x. So 4x and minus 2, 4x plus 9, does that do it? So 4x times x is 4x squared, 4x times minus 2 is minus 8x, x times 9 is 9x, and yes. So we get the factorization, y equals 4x plus 9 times x minus 2. Okay. So let's be very clear here. The x-intercepts happen at 2, 0, and they also happened at minus 9/4, 0 when you solve this guy. The y-intercept happens at 0, minus 18. That's our c. And since a equals 4 is greater than 0, this thing opens up. So let's sketch our graph now. There's the x-axis. So there's 1, 0 here at 2. There's another 0 over here at minus 9/4. There's a y-intercept at minus 18. And this thing opens up. There it is. It's our best sketch. We haven't figured out how to find the vertex yet, and I think you'll figure that out later on, or not. It's not important to me, but it might be in class. So I think this actually comes down a little bit lower and up, the vertex. And there you have it. And I'll check to see that you've done the other 3 as well when I grade these. Okay, what sheet is this? 1, 2, this is sheet 3. All right, so now we're gonna move on from quadratics and into interval inequalities and interval notation, which is the second part of activity 3, okay? So we spend a lot of time in math courses solving for x, right? So for example, 3x plus 4 equals 0, solve for x. What do we go? 3x equals minus 4, and this says x equals minus 4/3. And when you solve an inequality, you solve it exactly the same way with one extra step, okay? And then the way you write down your answers is a little different too, and that's where the interval notation comes in. So let's just look at this. Let's look at the inequality. 3x plus 4 is greater than 0, right? So just like we just a second ago, you subtract 4 from both sides. So that 3x is greater than minus 4. Divide by 3, which says x is greater than minus 4/3, right? And that's the solution, okay? Now, you want to write this in interval notation. And so the easiest way to remember this is put it on a number line down here, minus 4/3. Since we're not including minus 4/3, you put an open circle there. And then you say you want all the x that are bigger than that. So it's going to be all x going in this direction, okay? And so you just write down 4/3 to infinity. And because that's open, that's open. Okay, so same problem, a little different. Let's say I had 3x minus 4 greater than or equal to 0, right? So same thing, 3x is greater than or equal to 4, x is greater than or equal to 4/3. Do your number line here. There's 4/3. Only now, because we have equals here, we include the 4/3. And then we do all the points up there. So now we include 4/3, so we make square brackets. All right, so it's exactly the same. The only difference is how you write your answer, except for one piece. Let's say now I have minus 3x plus 4 is less than or equal to 0. So, example 3 here. Same thing, subtract 4 from both sides, and I have this, right? Now to solve for x, I have to multiply by its multiplicative inverse, which is minus 3, divide by minus 3, okay? And this tells me when I divide by minus 3, I get an x on the left. This becomes positive 4/3 on the right because a negative over a negative is a positive. But here's the kicker. When you divide by a negative or multiply by a negative, the sign changes direction. So I went from jaws to the right to jaws to the left. And so now here's my solution, 4/3, to infinity. So for all x greater than or equal to 4/3. And let's check that. Let's pick a number inside here. Something bigger than 4/3, something, I don't know, I'll just pick 5 because it's much bigger than 4/3. All right, now we're gonna check. So I have minus 3 times 5 plus 4, which is minus 15 plus 4, which is minus 11. Minus 11. Is that less than or equal to 0? Yes. So it checked out. Okay. And so here's guided practice, part 3. Solve the following inequalities. Leave your answer in interval notation. Okay. And here are the problems. Five x plus 6 is less than or equal to 0. Problem 2. X plus 3 is greater than or equal to 5x minus 12. 3. X plus 1 is less than or equal to 3x minus 2. And 4. Minus x plus 5 is greater than minus 5. And again, these are going to take a little while, so it's 10 to 15 minutes here. And that'll do it. I think you have, what, 4, 8, 12, 15 problems to do total. And those are all due today at 4 p.m. We'll do this one more time on Tuesday and decide if we're going to continue this for the semester or do some hybrid where we do this half the time and something else. For now, everyone seems to like this, including me. So this is what we're going to stick with. Have a great day.